ladies and gentlemen, you're watching 6 Stories at 6 with me, Tanisha Avasti. Let's get started with the 6 stories that have set the agenda today. Ladies and gentlemen, Prime Minister Modi will be greeting Russian President Vladimir Putin with a warm namaste at Hyderabad House. The leaders will hold delegation-level talks focusing on defense deal, energy cooperation and expanding trade to nearly $100 billion by 2030. What is the inside scoop? We'll get you all that. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, meanwhile, says that it was Jawaharlal Nehru who wanted to use your, mine and every other taxpayer's money to rebuild the Babri Masjid, and this has ignited a huge political storm. Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy, meanwhile, is back with his Sanatan slander, sparking outrage by asking, are there 3 crore gods in Hinduism? While defending ideological diversity in the Congress party. The BJP workers have then burnt his effigy in Hyderabad, and union ministers have demanded an unconditional apology for insulting Hindu faith. Jamiat Ulama-i-Hind chief Maulana Mahmood Madani declares Jihad is sacred and it must be taught in schools. And the person backing him, ladies and gentlemen, and reiterating this remark is no other than a sitting member of parliament from the Samajwadi Party. Also, after the truce meetings, Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar are holding parallel meetings with the Congress High Command. It looks like all is still not well in Karnataka. And another heated debate in Parliament was on the Sanchar Sathi app after the massive backlash. The government has now rolled back the clause. What does it mean for you? We'll get you all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, we start our edition with the first focus story that we are tracking that has set the national agenda. A historic handshake of friendship. A decades-old bond about to get a fresh glow. India is rolling out the red carpet as Russian President Vladimir Putin arrives tomorrow for his first state visit since the Ukraine war began. From a private dinner by the Prime Minister to a packed strategic agenda, the India defense ties are set for a major reset. Here's all that you need to know about the major handshake that's going to happen in the national capital tomorrow.
Old partners India and Russia are gearing up for a new, upgraded chapter as Vladimir Putin touches down in New Delhi tomorrow. Putin will be welcomed with a private dinner hosted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, a rare gesture signaling warmth and trust at the very top. On December 5th, the Russian president will receive a ceremonial welcome at Rashtrapati Bhavan, followed by bilateral talks at Hyderabad House, where the real business begins. High on the agenda, a labour mobility pact that will open doors for Indian professionals in Russia's construction, healthcare and hospitality sectors. Both sides are also pushing hard to expand trade, from oil payment mechanisms to securing long-term supply lines amid Western sanctions. Moscow has openly said it admires India's sovereignty and wants to shield bilateral trade from third country pressure. A potential free trade agreement with the Eurasian Economic Union is moving forward, and both leaders are expected to discuss boosting India's exports into the Russian market, a key priority for New Delhi. Defense ties, the backbone of India-Russia cooperation, will dominate the talks. The S-400 missile system, Sukhoi 57 fighter jets, and long-pending joint projects are all on the table, as Moscow looks to deepen strategic military engagement with India. Also expected is a major push on civil nuclear energy, including Russian small modular reactors and the completion of ongoing nuclear plants in India. The two leaders will head to Bharat Mandapam to address business leaders and jointly launch Russia Today's India Operations, a 100-member media bureau entering the Indian market. For India, securing the safe return of its nationals who were enrolled in the Russian military is also expected to be discussed. Putin has also linked this visit to Russia's wider Asia strategy, signaling that Moscow wants its ties with India and China to rise to a quantitatively new level. A private dinner, a grand banquet, big-ticket defense talks, and a roadmap for future trade, technology, and energy. Putin's visit is not just diplomacy. It's a reset, a reaffirmation and a reminder that India-Russia ties continue to carry weight in a changing world. As President Putin arrives tomorrow, all eyes are on New Delhi, where old friends meet again, ready to script their next chapter.
And on to our second top story. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh claim has brought back the Babri debate back in focus. This after he claimed that the country's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, had sought public funds to rebuild the Babri Masjid. But Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel prevented the plan from going ahead. The Union Minister made the claims on Tuesday, that is yesterday, while addressing a unity march in Gujarat to commemorate Sardar Patel's 150th birth anniversary. There are several opposition leaders who countered the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's remarks, saying that the country's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, wanted to rebuild the Babri Masjid using public funds and accused Rajnath Singh of ruling of the BJP of distorting historical facts. Here is how this remark of Rajnath Singh has become the center point of a huge political debate.
In a bombshell claim that has ignited a huge political storm, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has claimed that India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, of wanting to rebuild the Babri Masjid using taxpayer money.
जब पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू बाबरी मस्जिद के मुद्दे पर सरकारी खजाने से पैसा खर्च करने की बात जब उन्होंने छेड़ी थी, सरकारी खजाने से पैसा खर्च करके बाबरी मस्जिद बनवाई जानी चाहिए, उसका भी विरोध यदि किसी ने किया था तो गुजराती मां की कोख से पैदा हुए सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने ही किया था, मेरे बहन भाई.
He said it was a plan that was allegedly thwarted by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel.
वल्लभ भाई पटेल उदार व्यक्ति भी थे. वे सच्चे अर्थों में सेकुलर थे, पंथ निरपेक्ष थे. वे तुष्टीकरण में विश्वास नहीं करते थे. जब पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू बाबरी मस्जिद के मुद्दे पर सरकारी खजाने से पैसा खर्च करने की बात जब उन्होंने छेड़ी थी, सरकारी खजाने से पैसा खर्च करके बाबरी मस्जिद बनवाई जानी चाहिए, उसका भी विरोध यदि किसी ने किया था तो गुजराती मां की कोख से पैदा हुए सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने ही किया था, मेरे बहन.
In a direct swipe at Nehru's legacy, Defence Minister claimed that the first Prime Minister sought to fund the reconstruction of the Babri Masjid, the site of the 1992 demolition, with public coffers. But it was Patel who stood firm as a true secular, blocking the move to avoid government involvement in religious matters. The remark, made during a Gujarat event honouring Vallabhbhai Patel, has drawn fierce backlash from the Congress, who are calling it a blatant distortion of history.
ये सब डिस्ट्रैक्शन है, असली मुद्दे हैं, बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दे हैं जिन पे चर्चा होनी चाहिए, जिन पे बात होनी चाहिए. और ये सब रोज ये कुछ ना कुछ डिस्ट्रैक्शन उठा लेते हैं ताकि हम फिर बयान दें, वो बयान दें, और जो असली मुद्दे हैं पब्लिक के, वो उस पे कोई चर्चा ना हो.
Back in Delhi, the Congress camp erupted in outrage, branding Rajnath Singh's words a complete lie with zero historical backing. They point to Nehru's well-documented opposition to state funding for any religious site, including Somnath, arguing it proves the exact opposite of Rajnath's narrative.
It's a complete lie by Rajnath Singh ji. We all know that Pandit Nehru and Sardar Patel had a cordial relationship, and Pandit Nehru's logic was very simple. Public money should not be spent on any kind of mosque, temple, churches or gurudwaras. It should be people's contribution. People should contribute and build their beliefs. This thing, not government money should be there. Rajnath Singh ji is stooping to this level. He is spreading a lie. I condemn this kind of lies from Rajnath Singh ji.
सरकार के अंदर है कोई दस्तावेज दे दें. हमारे पास दस्तावेज हैं कि सरदार पटेल ने इनके जो पेरेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, जो विचारधारा है, उस विचारधारा के विरुद्ध जो पत्र लिखा था और उसके अंदर उसको बैन किया था, वो डॉक्यूमेंट्री एविडेंस है. तो ये ऐसी बात मत करें. सरकार के अंदर शामिल लोग अगर इस प्रकार की बातें करेंगे और इस प्रकार का झूठा नैरेटिव देश के अंदर फैलाएंगे तो बहुत ही दुखदायी है.
This statement isn't just rhetoric, it's timed. Just days before the anniversary of the Babri demolition, stirring old wounds in the heart of Ayodhya's political narrative.
17 मार्च 1959 को नेहरू क्या बोलते हैं एक कार्यक्रम में, सम ऑफ द टेम्पल्स ऑफ साउथ इंडिया हाउएवर repel me in spite of beauty. I just can't stand. Why? I do not know. Cannot explain that. But they are oppressive. They suppress my spirit. They do not allow me to rise and keep me down in the dark corridors. I like the sun and air. In contrast, he found Taj Mahal as astoundingly beautiful.
As Gujarat's Rashtriya Ekta Yatra marches on, this Nehru-Patel-Babri clash underscores the BJP's strategy to reclaim Patel's legacy ahead of key anniversaries. The Congress has vowed to counter with facts, but the damage, that's the real background.
At the Telangana Pradesh Congress Committee Executive Meeting, Chief Minister Revant Reddy sparked a massive controversy by rhetorically questioning two vast of the Hindu deities to underscore the diversity with his party, asking how many gods are there in Hinduism, how many deities are there, and are there 3 crore deities in Hinduism? Now he elaborated with examples like that of Hanuman for the unmarried gods, for those remarrying or drinking alcohol, and religion figures who receive offerings of alcohol, chicken, rice, etc., urging the Congress members to embrace such ideological variety just as Hinduism accommodates all. Now, the anti-Hindu slander by the Congress Neta hasn't gone down well for him. Here's why.
The Congress party is yet again facing backlash for another controversial remark. First on the Indian Army and now on Hindu religion. Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy's controversial comments on Hindu gods have ignited a fierce backlash, with the BJP and Hindu organizations accusing the Congress of hurting religious sentiments. At a TPCC executive meeting, Revant Reddy said that Hindus have over 3 crore gods, each for different purposes.
హిందువులలో ఎన్ని దేవతలు ఉండ్రు, ఎంతమంది దేవుళ్ళు? 3 కోట్లు ఉండ్రా? ఎందుకున్నాయి? పెళ్లి చేసుకోవడానికి హనుమంతుడు ఉన్నాడు, 2 పెళ్లిళ్ళు చేసుకునేటోనికి ఇంకొక ఆయన దేవుడు ఉన్నాడు, మందు తాగేటోళ్ళకి ఓ దేవుడు ఉన్నాడు, ఎల్లమ్మ, పోచమ్మ, మైసమ్మ, కళ్ళు కొయ్యాలి, కోడి కొయ్యాలి అనేటోళ్ళకు ఉండ్రు, పప్పన్నం తినేటోళ్ళకు కూడా దేవుడు ఉండు. అవునా? అన్ని రకాల దేవుళ్ళు ఉన్నారు.
The comments triggered instant outrage, with the BJP calling them insulting, derogatory, and an attack on the Hindu faith.
देखिए, मौलाना मदनी हो या कांग्रेस पार्टी हो, दोनों के स्वर आज एक नजर आ रहे हैं। मैं तो धिक्कार शब्द से शुरू करूंगा कांग्रेस के लिए कि जिस प्रकार के शब्दों का प्रयोग तेलंगाना के मुख्यमंत्री कांग्रेस के एटीएम रेवंत रेड्डी जी ने कहा है आज हिंदू देवी देवताओं के लिए, ये न केवल आपत्तिजनक है, ये घृणक है।
देखिए, कांग्रेस पार्टी एक मुहिम चला रखा है हिंदुओं के खिलाफ, और जो भी इस तरह की बात बोलेगा, ना वो भारत के संविधान में भरोसा रखता हो, ना वो भारत की संस्कृति से वास्ता रखता हो, वो कहीं न कहीं उसका इमोशन आक्रांताओं से, मुगल आक्रांताओं से जुड़ा रहा हो, वही व्यक्ति ऐसा बोल सकता है।
Meanwhile, Vishwa Hindu Raksha Parishad has also voiced their condemnation of Revant Reddy's comments.
CM Revant Reddy's derogatory remarks on Hindu gods and goddesses is absolutely unacceptable by all the Hindu fraternity in our country. A CM who holds a constitutional post should have a basic sense of what to talk and what not to talk. What kind of remarks can ignite and the belief system of our country? And mocking Hanumanji today means he's mocking the soul of our nation. He's mocking the very belief system of Sanatana Dharma. He is mocking the civilizational strength of our nation. our heritage, our culture? Does he actually has any kind of guts to address the same kind of an ideology or the free speech, what we call it as? When we say free speech, can he address the same kind of version to any of other religious heads or their gods? We demand an unending apology from the Chief Minister, who has heard the sentiments of several Hindus of this nation or across the globe.
Congress leaders are in damage control mode, insisting that Revant Reddy's words were misunderstood.
In a party meeting at Gandhi Bhavan, addressing the cadre, he said that Congress is existing from the last 140 years. There are so many leaders who leads the state units, so there are followers who follow different leaders. So he has compared that with the Hindu following the gods, multiple gods. So he compared that, talking about our own political party, how it existed and why the other political parties haven't existed for 140 years. But the BJP is taking it the other way in the state of Telangana and trying to polarize, trying to again use the caste and gods into the politics. But Revant Reddy's ultimate thing, what he said, is not to hurt anybody's sentiments.
The political controversy shows no signs of cooling down, as Revant Reddy's remarks on Hindu deities have sparked widespread outrage, leading BJP to criticize the Congress-led government in Telangana.
Maulana Mahmood Madani, president of Jamiat Ulama-i-Hind, ignited a national controversy, declaring that jihad is sacred and that it must be taught in schools to dispel widespread misconception linking it to terrorism, emphasizing that concept exists in all religion and that it should be explained, including its types, conditions, and who can undertake it. Now, as the opposite of violence, he calls it, what followed the statement was worse. A sitting member of parliament of the Samajwadi Party almost parroting what the Jamiat Ulama-i-Hind chief said. Here is how this has ignited a huge political debate.
A fresh storm has erupted. Maulana Mahmood Madani has done it again, calling jihad sacred and insisting it must be taught in schools. Madani says the term has been twisted and accuses political leaders and Sanatan voices of equating jihad with terrorism. In an interview, he doubled down, claiming jihad is vital for the nation and must be introduced in school education to teach its true meaning. But when Republic confronted him on his controversial pitch, Madani evaded the question, dodging every direct query.
सर आप कह रहे हैं सर स्कूलों में जो है जिहाद पढ़ाना चाहिए सर, आप कह रहे हैं सर स्कूलों में जिहाद पढ़ाना चाहिए सर, आपसे स्टेटमेंट सर आपकी जो भी राय है उसकी बात करना चाह रहे हैं सर आपकी जो राय है आप कह रहे हैं सर स्कूलों में एक सेकेंड
This comes amid heated debate over Al-Falah University case and his earlier warning of whenever injustice occurs, there will be jihad. Adding fuel to the escalating row, Congress MP Imran Masood backed the idea of teaching jihad, saying jihad is a term that should be taught. It is for the country and for the nation. The controversy deepened further in Parliament, with Samajwadi Party MP Mohibullah Nadwi declaring in Lok Sabha that injustice being done to Muslims means jihad will have to be done.
जिनके पुरखों ने आजादी की लड़ाई लड़ी थी, मौलाना अरशद मदनी, वो कह रहे हैं कि जुल्म और नाइंसाफी के खिलाफ लड़ना शायद हमें दोबारा लड़ना पड़ेगा और जिहाद करना पड़ेगा। आखिर कब तक मुसलमानों को इस तरह से दबाया जाता रहेगा मुल्क में? मैडम, एक जुल्म की एक बर्दाश्त होती है और जब बर्दाश्त खत्म हो जाती है तो जुल्म।
धन्यवाद. But the endorsement triggered a fierce counter-attack from the BJP, with MP Sudhanshu Trivedi accusing Congress of promoting what he called a Muslim League Maoist mentality.
मुस्लिम लीगी माओवादी मानसिकता में कांग्रेस की सीमा तक चली गई है कि एक इस्लामिक धर्मगुरु मौलाना मदनी के द्वारा जिहाद शब्द के बारे में बोले जाने पर कांग्रेस के नेता इमरान मसूद आकर व्याख्या करने लगते हैं। मतलब आपको कौन सी ऐसी गरज पड़ी है कि एक बिल्कुल मजहबी विषय के ऊपर आकर आप उसका बचाव कर रहे हैं.
A remark that has once again triggered national outrage, putting the definition and politics of jihad back in the spotlight.
Now, a day after Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar had put up a grand show of unity at the breakfast meeting, there are fresh political speculations that have begun to fly, where General Secretary K.C. Venugopal was today greeted at the Mangaluru airport with loud chants in support of D.K. Shivakumar. And this, viewers, has once again added fuel to the ongoing power tussle between the Chief Minister and his deputy. Take a look at what happened today.
The Karnataka tussle has once again caught the viewers' attention. From past few days, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar have met each other 2 times for the breakfast meet. Following the meet, both leaders expressed positive views on it, but hours later he gave a cryptic message. Siddaramaiah said that anything can happen in politics. However, in a significant development, an all-out slogan war erupted at airport when K.C. Venugopal arrived at the Mangaluru airport. Followers of Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar gathered in large numbers and raised slogans demanding he should be made the next Chief Minister. And it did not stop here. Supporters surrounded Venugopal's cars, chanting DK, DK, and insisting that party leadership elevate Shivakumar. Soon after, as Siddaramaiah landed in the city to attend the Guru Gandhi Dialogue Centenary program, his followers immediately broke into Siddhu Siddhu chants. Meanwhile, D.K. Shivakumar totally brushed aside the political chatter surrounding the slogan raised in his support.
It is the DK is going on last 10 years. There is not nothing new in it. When people started speaking on Modi, people are speaking on DK. Some people speak on Rahul. Some speakers take Sidhu. There is nothing wrong in it. What is there? With their love and affection, they speak. We should take it in a very sportive way.
Now, with the competing chants, public displays of strength and internal jibes, is Karnataka witnessing mere political posturing, or is the power struggle out in open once again?
And the last story of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, usually debates over digital initiatives inevitably have always ignited a familiar storm, beginning with the earnest concerns among people about the user rights and the privacy before devolving into the app. Now, the latest flashpoint in this regard is the Sanchar Sathi app, a government-backed cybersecurity tool that has been launched this year, in fact, in the year of January, to combat the telecom fraud by verifying there are certain devices, numbers, and even blocking or lost stolen phones. They have also been responsible in flagging suspicious connections. After the backlash that was raised by the oppositions flagging security concerns, the government has now rolled back a certain clause saying that this app is certainly not mandatory for all the viewers. Here is why it matters to you.
Controversy over the Sanchar Sathi app continues to escalate as the opposition fearmongers over privacy breach. The government recently introduced the app as a security and awareness platform whose purpose is to help mobile users manage their digital identity. The app promises to protect users and tracking misuse of mobile numbers and prevent fraudulent SIMs. The government pointed out that it's essential to fight cybercrime, stop fraud calls, block suspicious apps, and help track lost or stolen phones.
संचार साथी एक ऐसा ऐप है जिसके आधार पर जन भागीदारी के आधार पर आज देश की एक एक जनता और नागरिक अपने आप को सुरक्षित रख सकता है फ्रॉड से, स्टोलन मोबाइल से, अपने स्टोलन मोबाइल को रिकॉर्ड कर सकता है, रिपोर्ट कर सकता है। पर इसकी सफलता का श्रेय अगर किसी को जाता है तो जनता को जाता है सर, क्योंकि उनके उपयोग के आधार पर ही हम लोग सफल हो पाए।
ऑपोजिशन ये जो इशू ढूंढ करके लाने का आवश्यकता नहीं है, विंटर सेशन पार्लियामेंट में बिजनेस तय किया गया है। बहुत सारा मुद्दे हैं और कई मुद्दे जो अपोजिशन ने भी उठाया है, उस पर हम बातचीत करके आगे क्या करना है इसमें विचार करेंगे। नए नए मुद्दे ढूंढ करके पार्लियामेंट को डिस्टर्ब करने के लिए बहाना बनाने का कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है। हर मुद्दे अपने जगह में इम्पोर्टेंट है, लेकिन मुद्दे को आप हथियार बना करके पार्लियामेंट को स्टॉल करेंगे, ये तो ठीक नहीं है।
But the opposition is still pressing on the security concerns, where today the Congress asked for a formal discussion in the upper house. In a notice to Parliament, Congress stated some of the privacy and security concerns linked to the directive.
पहली बात तो आपने आदेश में लिखा है कि ये डिलीट नहीं हो सकती, पर मान लीजिए कि डिलीट हो सकती है, तो भैया फिर आप अपलोड क्यों कर रहे हो? जबरदस्ती अपलोड क्यों कर रहे हो? अगर किसी को वो डाउनलोड करनी होगी तो वो ऐप स्टोर पर जाकर डाउनलोड कर सकता है। आप जबरदस्ती अपलोड करके फिर ये कहोगे कि अब ये डिलीट हो सकती है। इतनी देर में अगर फोन का सारा डेटा चुरा लिया गया तो क्या मंत्री जिम्मेवारी लेंगे? बगैर अनुमति के ये अनिवार्य ऐप हिंदुस्तान के नागरिकों के सेल फोन पर जबरदस्ती अपलोड कैसे की जा सकती है? कौन से कानून के तहत ये किया जा रहा है? क्या कोई साइबर सिक्योरिटी ऑडिट किया गया? क्या स्टेक होल्डर से कोई चर्चा हुई? जवाब नहीं में है। इसलिए ये मामला आज सदन में मैंने उठाकर सरकार से जवाबदेही देने की बात कही।
Speaking on the concerns, the party said that government must clarify the legal authority for mandating the app. With threats of digital fraud looming, the government has asserted confidence on the use of the app. The question is, why is the opposition spooked by an app that keeps fraud in check?
And that's all that we could pack in this edition of 6 Stories at 6. It's time for us to now slip into a short break. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next after the break is Live and Breaking with my colleague Abhishek.